welcome to the Fiberbound podcast. My name is Ali and we're going on a trip. My husband and I have decided to go away for the weekend and I had to pack my knitting. We're going away for 2 nights. And so I packed this massive basket full of my whips. There are so many in here and I thought I would take you along on our trip and show you what we get up to and see how many of these projects I actually am able to put some progress into. 2 of the projects that I'm taking are not actually in this basket. They're going in the car with me because I need to go somewhere else before we head away for the weekend. And I thought it would be really nice to have some car knitting in case I have some waiting time for the event that I'm going to. But I have 5 whips in this basket right now. So come along on our trip. We're going down to the beach. It is still winter here. Well, actually it's spring, but it is a little bit of a wintry day today. Well, having said that, the sun has been out, so it's not super wintry, but it is heading into spring. The weekend is set to be quite mild still, but I'm hoping for some cozy knitting time while we're away with my amazing basket of whips. Come along with us and let's see what we get up to.
Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young. It doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like. There ain't nobody like. You look so beautiful. And I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you.
I've arrived. I've been for a quick walk. I saw a kangaroo. How amazing. It was so super tame. And I am really happy that the weekend has properly begun now. We're about to head out to dinner at the local pub. So I'm going to take some knitting with me. And I've decided to take this. Now, what's inside here is my Melbourne shawl that I am test knitting for my friend Kath of Mindful Melbourne Maker. And this is how far I've gone with it so far. I cast this on last Saturday, I think. So this is a week's worth of progress. I am really enjoying working on this project, so I thought it would be a lovely project to take to dinner with me tonight.
Talking by yourself and you make me smile. I can listen all night long. I tell you about the time when I first met you, listening to our favorite song. Walking on the street when you caught my eye. Something about the way you move. No, there ain't nobody like. There ain't nobody like. So lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me.
Good morning. It's Saturday. And I am working on my West singlet. I picked this up before I went to bed last night and finished all of the knitting on the folded hem. And now I am binding off. I started the bind off last night, but I kind of didn't get very far with it because my headache got really bad. I've been having these headaches for a little while now. I may have mentioned them in previous episodes. It's just something I'm trying to manage. I don't think it's anything serious. The doctor says it's probably tension related. So I've got some appointments booked in with a physiotherapist that specialises in headaches and hopefully that will help. But back to the knitting. I didn't get very far with the bind off last night. And as I was falling asleep, I thought, oh, I might need to actually size up my needle. So I have made an adjustment here. Rather than ribbing on the bottom of this, suggests that you do a double folded hem. And I was watching Two Pearls in a Pod the other day, and Paige was saying that there's a little bit of flaring that happens when she did that on the recommended needle size in the pattern. So I decided to actually size my needle down for that section. And I went down to the smaller needle, which was recommended for the starting of the top, and knit the rest of that fold over section in the smaller needle so it wouldn't flare out as much. But then when I was heading to bed last night, I thought that could be a problem when I seam it together. So there is a requirement then, let's show it to you the way you can see it. So there's a little fold line there, and there's a requirement to fold it over and seam it down on the wrong side. And I thought that if I did that on the smaller needle, it might cinch in the bit where I seam it to. That makes no sense. Hopefully that makes sense. So I figured this morning I would actually rip out the bit of bind off that, which wasn't a lot. It was maybe 2 inches worth, and actually do it on the larger needle instead of the smaller needle. And I'm also binding off using the knit to through back loop method, which creates a more stretchier bind off as well. I did consider actually binding off and sewing it down at the same time, but being cotton, I wasn't quite sure how forgiving that would be with the fabric. And given that the pattern states that you should sew it down after binding off, I thought I would follow that recommendation. So I'm just working through the bind off now with my second coffee of the morning, and I've gotten quite far. So I'm almost halfway done, and then I will seam this up. So the last steps to go are to seam the bottom hem, seam the top bits front and back, and then do a couple of I-cord straps. So that's all that I've got left on this top. So I feel like the knitting is pretty much done apart from the I-cord straps. On the way down here last night, I stopped in at a new little craft store that's opened up in Adelaide recently. So it's called Yarn Pig, and it is specializing mainly in crochet, but they do have some knitting things there as well, some knitting needles and some knitting notions. So I popped in there on my way here last night, and I picked up these little DPNs because I figure rather than having like I'm just using the tip to do the bind off, but when you do the I-cord you kind of need to, you can either slip it back to the other needle or you can just slide it to the other end. If I have some little DPNs to make the I-cords with, it should go faster. So that was fun to have to pop in there, and that she had these in stock. She's really lovely. If you're in Adelaide or in South Australia and you haven't been to check out Yarn Pig yet, it's a fun name for a little craft store. It's a quaint little store. It has a lot of acrylic yarn because it is focused a lot on the crocheters. Quite a bit of cotton, I think, as well. Not a lot of wool, but they do have some Noro. They have some fiddlesticks. What else did I see? I saw some Maybury go there yesterday as well. Not a huge range, but there is a little bit there. Yeah, that was really good on the way home on the way here last night. But yeah, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do today. We talked about maybe going for a walk down the main street. There's a nice little cafe on the main street of the town. Would also like to take a walk down the beach. The weather's looking a little grey at the moment, but I don't think it's raining. Well, it's not raining right now, but I don't think it's forecast to rain today. So it should be a lovely, relaxed day. Our plan to come down here was just basically to relax. And so that's what we're doing. With some knitting, of course. And I'm hoping to finish this bind off before I get dressed for the day. I'm still in my pajamas. I love a Saturday morning. I love a quiet Saturday morning where I can be in my pajamas for the first hour or two after I wake up and get a little bit of knitting in before the day starts. Try to check in with you again later, see how the day goes, and I'll show you what progress I make as well. The bind off is finished. And she's looking really pretty. I'm really looking forward to doing the seaming and getting that I-cord on as well, or those I-cord straps, which will actually go all along the armholes and up above on both sides, so that will extend that a little bit as well. So I'm very excited, it's almost done. And obviously this will seam up in there. I love it. It's gonna look great. So looking forward to this finished object. It's so cool. Is done, hair is done, now time to get dressed, and I've got to pick a knitting project because I think we're going to go for a drive. Let's see what I choose. I thought I'd tell you about this amazing cosmetics bag that I have. I really love this thing. It just is so spacious and so good at organizing all of my, what are they called, cosmetics, so my skincare and my makeup. And it's just perfect for travel, and it's so spacious. It's really lovely. Now this is not sponsored, I purchased this about a year ago, and you can see how much fits in there. It looks a little crazy, but I know exactly where everything is. I tend to put things back where they belong, which makes it really easy to find stuff, and the fact that you can stand your bits up is really cool. And because I use this for travel, I do have some spares in here in case I run out of my little mini primers or serums and things like that as well. So yeah, just thought I'd mention. This is by Bon Maxi. They're an Australian based designer, but I think they get their products made overseas. But they are really nice. I have a couple of their handbags too, because I just love them so much. So yeah, I thought I'd talk about that. And just to show you the tag here, whoops. So it's Bon Maxi, in case you're wondering. I don't know if they ship overseas, but I do like their products. So this is their, I think it's just called a cosmetics bag. Now you can hang it up. I don't tend to hang mine up because I have plenty of vent space here, but if you're traveling and you want to hang it up, you can do that too. It fits a lot of stuff. It's very cool. Decision is made. I will take my rookie sweater today. I have, I think, about 4 rounds left to go before I split for the sleeves, and I think I can do that in the car. That should be fine. I actually did end up blocking this week. I was really worried that it was going to end up really large because I'm bang on gauge before blocking. And I thought, oh, if this grows, it's going to be possibly a disaster. But I blocked it this week and it actually didn't change at all. It's probably, I haven't checked the stitch gauge specifically, but I did check the dimensions of the actual garment or of the piece compared to before blocking, and it didn't change at all. So I'm very happy with that. I didn't need to restart it, so that is really good, and I'm really excited to split for sleeves today and get a start on the body because I think this one's going to fly off the needles. I've only worked on it for maybe 4 hours in total. Oh, the light just changed, sorry about that. And again, camera's doing weird things. But yeah, I've only probably put about 4 hours worth of work into this so far. I am timing myself. I'm timing myself with this one as well as the West Singlet. I don't know where I'm up to with the West Singlet. I would need to check. But this one hasn't had much time put into it at all. Still on the first ball, almost done. I have a couple of balls that I bought with me for this trip. Would be nice if I get through at least one more before the weekend is over.
I just wanna go out and walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out and walk with you. I just just wanna see your shadow next to mine, sailing over pavement with our 2 wild ones. I like to see the shape you're in from time to time. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine. I just wanna see the same things you can see, understand the meaning on a new degree. Maybe that could happen when you're next to me. I just wanna see the same things you can see.
A little bit of daylight, but wanted to check in with you all. It's been a really fun Saturday and I've made some great progress on my rookie sweater. So let's have a look at where I'm at. We went for a drive this morning to Cape Jarvis, which is sort of the southernmost point of this peninsula. I think this is called the Fleurieu Peninsula. And it was just such a beautiful drive. It is so stunning at this time of year. We are in spring and everything is so beautiful and green right now. So yeah, it was such a beautiful day for a drive and such beautiful countryside. It was really lovely. And then we went to a cafe and had a beautiful coffee and it was just really nice. And so I worked on my rookie sweater while we were on the road today. And I ended up splitting for the sleeves. I think I'm in an awkward spot at the moment. Let me see where I'm at. Oh no, that's fine. So yeah, I've split for the sleeves. The light in here is probably not great. And I wondered whether I might try this on, but I might need to just move it onto some try-it-on tubing so we can see how it's fitting. Although I've only done like 2 rounds since splitting for the sleeve, so it might just be a little bit funny, but let's give it a go. I think I have some tried on tubing here, so let's have a look. Now when I split for the sleeves, I ended up putting the sleeve stitches on one of my spare cables from my circular needles. So I'm using my Chow Goose for this project. And I realised when we were at the pub having a drink, we like to visit the local pubs and support the local businesses. I didn't have short tried-on tubings to use for the sleeves and I didn't really want to cut my long one. So luckily I had some spare cables in my needle set that I had in my project bag. So that has worked really well. And now if we move all these stitches onto the try-it-on tubing, we can try it on. Probably don't need to move the whole thing over. I think that'll be fine. Hopefully this is not a disaster. I'm gonna have to take the microphone off, aren't I? Hold on, I'm gonna have to pause. It's gonna be loud. I think that's okay. What do we think? Does it fit? It's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell at the moment. But yeah, so what I need to do now is finish off the body, do the 2 sleeves and the neckband. So I did think that I would start the neckband when I finished that first ball of yarn, but because I was on the road and I didn't really want to play around with picking up stitches, I just joined in my second ball and obviously continued to split for the sleeves. And so now I'm thinking I'll just finish this ball before I do the neckband, although it depends on what I'm doing at the time. So we'll see how we go. But this is great progress. And oh my gosh, I think this lighting is terrible. The sun is setting, so I do apologize if it is bad. But I really wanted to check in with you. Now today is Saturday afternoon or Saturday night, and we have one night left here. And I don't know how much of a chance I'll have to check in with you before we leave here tomorrow morning. But I think when we go to dinner tonight, because we have decided to go out again, we thought, why not? We do have food in the caravan, but it's just nice to sort of not think about the cooking and the cleanup. So we're going to go out. We're going to support some more local businesses. I think my husband spotted a Chinese place tonight as we were driving through the town, or today. So yeah, we'll decide when we get into the town. But yeah, I think I'm going to take this with me because now it's just stocking it in the round, and we'll see how much progress I can make tonight. And once we get back, I'll either seam my West singlet, hem, or I'm going to pick up one of my other projects. I haven't decided yet. See how I feel later today. I'll probably take some footage but may not be able to chat with you again today, so I thought I would check in now and show you where I'm at. So we are going to head off to dinner now, and I will hopefully talk to you tomorrow sometime. We'll see how we go. Maybe once we get home. See how much time I have in the morning. But yeah, really happy with my progress today so far, and I think I can get quite a bit more done because realistically most of my knitting happens at night.
Another rainy afternoon, I don't know what I'm to do. I just miss you more than anything. It's way too quiet in the house, I'm just wasted on the couch, 'cause I don't wanna feel anything. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon. I know the hour's getting late, I shouldn't sit here contemplating. I just can't stop thinking about us. I won't forget a single thing, from drunken nights to Sunday mornings, and how you smile at me. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon. How it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I
It's 11 p.m. on Sunday night and it is time to go to bed. But I thought I would just do a final check-in with you to say goodbye and to round out this video. So I thought it would be fun to show you the progress that I was able to make in my knitting this weekend and to talk about how long I actually knit and which projects took up the most time. So in total, since Friday to today, I have spent 10 hours and 50 minutes knitting. It's not bad. That's Friday night, Saturday and Sunday. In amongst travel, in amongst other responsibilities, I feel like that's pretty balanced with other life things that were going on this weekend, so that was pretty good. Actually, there is one project that I wasn't timing, so there was a little bit extra time than that. So if that was 10 hours and 50 minutes of timed knitting, I would say there was maybe another hour to 2 hours of non-timed knitting. And in total, I worked on 4 projects. I took 6, I think, with me for the weekend, but I touched 4 of them and I'm really happy with the progress that I was able to make. So let's start with the first project that I worked on, and that was my Melbourne shawl by Kath of Mindful Melbourne Maker, and it's been scrunched up in the bag. But I started the weekend where this progress keeper is, and that's how much progress I made on Friday night. So I think that's pretty good. And this is a test knit and I'm really enjoying knitting on this. It's just lovely and mindless, but with a little bit of interest, which is fun. And I'm super excited that I'm almost at the contrast color as well. So this is a 2-color shawl pattern and I'm really excited to join that in very soon. So that was a really fun one to start the weekend with. I might talk about the one that I worked on the least, but I actually did make a really good amount of progress on this one in terms of the timed projects. So this is my rookie sweater. It's a pattern by Sandnes Garn. The yarn was sent to me by Sandnes Garn in collaboration with Yarniecopia. And this is in their ballerina chunky mohair yarn in the colorway vintage gold, I believe. And I was able to split for the sleeves. Now I did put a progress keeper and I started where this pink progress keeper is for the weekend. And I was able to split for the sleeves and do maybe 2-ish inches of the body as well. So that felt like really good progress and I'm really happy with that. I spent 2 hours and 15 minutes on the rookie sweater in total that was timed. There may have been an extra few minutes here or there that I might have forgotten to turn the timer on or alternatively forgotten to turn it off. So these timings are approximates. But the next thing that I picked up, or the next project that I made some progress on that was really satisfying as well, is my book club cardigan. And I spent 2 hours and 33 minutes on this one. I started at this progress keeper and I worked my way down here. So I finished chart A for anyone who has knit this project before. And now I've got a few more increases left to go before I start working straight for a bit. And then the back panel will be ready for me to start joining, I think, the shoulders. So that's made some great progress. This is so satisfying to knit on. I'm trying to cable without a cable needle for each of these, but I did get a bit tired last night and for a couple of the cables I did need to use a cable needle, but mostly it's being done without a cable needle and it's been working out really nicely. Now this is being knit up in this beautiful combination of yarns, Bendigo Woolen Mills, Woolami, and Isaiah Silk Mohair, and I am loving this. It is so fun. I talked about this one in my last episode, and this is a buddy knit with my friends from Bendigo, and it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying that project. And the last thing, which I made the most progress on and spent the most time on, I spent over 6 hours on this last project, and that is my West Singlet, also another pattern by Sandnes Garn. This one is being knit in the Mandarin Petite and the Tynn Line, and I was able to finish knitting the body of this one, and I seamed the bottom hem, I seamed the top, front and back as well, and I just finished the first of the I-cord straps. And I actually ended up knitting these differently to what the pattern suggested. I used an applied I-cord technique for these ones, and I think that worked quite well. I am looking forward to doing the next one tomorrow. I'm not doing it tonight, it is time for bed. But I am really excited about the progress on this. And again, this pattern and this yarn were gifted to me by Sandnes Garn in collaboration with Yarniecopia. And I'm so excited to get this one done. It is so close. Just one more I-cord strap. So that's really exciting. The Sandnes Garn pre-order is live now at Yarniecopia. They've got kits for the garments I am working on and so many other gorgeous patterns too. Pre-orders close Sunday, September 28th, and they ship internationally except to Scandinavia and the US. Sign up to their mailing list to stay up to date on upcoming yarns and releases. So yeah, a total of almost 11 hours of timed knitting, plus maybe an hour or so of untimed knitting, across a busy weekend of sightseeing, travelling, and then family time today. A little bit of time in the garden, which I would have shown you some snippets of as well. So that was really fun. It was just such a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me. I am so grateful that you have chosen to spend some time with me. And I hope you enjoyed this vlog format. It was fun to record and really fun to be able to take stock of what I was able to accomplish in a weekend of knitting. Now it's back to work tomorrow, back to the daily grind. That doesn't stop me knitting. That means I knit when I can, lunch breaks, after work, if I'm catching the bus, on the bus. And I will check in with you again very soon. Now, if you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for hanging around till the end. And if you're a returning viewer, obviously welcome back. I'm saying this at the end of the video because I'm pretty sure I didn't say it at the beginning. But if you did hang around and you enjoyed this content, please feel free to like and subscribe. Every single view and interaction helps this channel, and I love chatting with you guys in the comments. So tell me, what does your weekend of knitting look like? Do you tend to have some nice, quiet, dedicated time for your knitting, or are you trying to also fit it in around family and other obligations as life throws them your way? I'm really interested to know how you organize that. So thanks again for watching. I really appreciate you, and I hope you're having an amazing time knitting on your favorite projects, and I will check in with you again very soon.